Hello everybody, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the hurricanes that could be impacting parts of the southeast, and even if it tracks a bit farther to the west, could even affect parts of New England and the northeast. So let's get right into it. First we're going to just check the National Weather Service quickly. We have some flood advisories over parts of the central United States, and then we have fire weather risks for parts of Utah and Wyoming and Colorado. And then we have this little area of heat advisories for parts of Louisiana and Texas. Now we're gonna look at the 5-day chances of a disturbance forming. So we have a 20% chance that this storm develops into some sort of hurricane, depression, anything. We have a 20% chance in the next 5 days that it forms into a hurricane. They're putting the cone of where it could form like this right over here. I would push this a bit inland a little bit because I mean it could go a bit inland. It could be way out to sea. We really don't know yet. The best scenario would be that this would be a little bit more inland, and it goes overland while it's still a weaker, like while it's still in its early phases of development, so that it can't develop over those warm ocean waters that we have over the Atlantic Ocean right now. Those temperatures are in the 80s and 90s for ocean temperatures in some areas. So yeah, we're gonna look at the ocean temperatures real quick. So yeah, you see there's 80s all over the place, some 90s, and it's just really warm over the Atlantic Ocean, especially near the Gulf of Mexico, where this system is developing. So that's gonna lead to even more development. That we have really favorable conditions for anywhere in this Gulf area, and we don't have a lot of that Saharan dust that usually goes off the coast of Africa and usually can stop these hurricanes from forming. So we really don't have any obstacles in the way for this. It's really just knowing if it's gonna go over land or not. That's the big issue. Because if it goes over land early, it'll have less time to develop. Here's the temperature anomaly. So this compared to average, we have a lot of warmer temperature anomalies. That's because we have warmer temperatures pretty much over the entire Atlantic basin, and that's gonna lead to better to more development over that area. Now we're gonna look at sorry about that. We're gonna look at how much the satellite imagery. So over here, this is our system right over here, and that's gonna be moving just about like northeast a little bit, curving just around the coast for now. Like this could change, definitely could change. So it goes right around the coast of Florida, and then it kind of moves up the coast a little bit and turns into, I would call that probably a tropical depression or a tropical storm at that point. You could see winds 60 miles per hour, but at that point it's well out into the Atlantic, and it's not affecting any land. If it's even, it might affect a couple of small islands, but nothing major. Here is the relative vorticity. So this is how much spin is in the atmosphere. Those reds and oranges are what we're looking for if we're looking for a good, well-defined hurricane. So you see, we really don't have a lot of that, but we do have some of it in this area. Luckily, most of the models have this staying reasonably far away from the shore, far away enough that it'll maybe only bring some gusty winds, maybe 30 miles per hour, but you won't see much flooding or anything. If it does go over a little bit inland, and it would probably impact parts of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, maybe Florida. So we're really going to be watching this one. For now, the National Weather Service is giving it a 20% chance of development. I would give it maybe a 30 or 40% chance at this point, because we don't really know if it's going to develop at all, or if it does develop, if it's going to go over land. Finally, we're going to look at your precipitation. So this is just like the rain, and then you see this little area over here forming, and it's going to move just like that just like how we've seen in the rest of the models. It's gonna kind of steer its way across, just away from the shore. That would be the best scenario if, because you're just gonna see some minor rains, maybe some showers, but it won't be anything significant. Actually, most of the rain is probably gonna come from this front system that's gonna be moving its way east, bringing colder temperatures and more rain, temperatures that are maybe 10-15 degrees below average. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy that video, please consider subscribing and liking the video. We just recently hit 90 subscribers, so I want to thank you guys for that. And yeah, it's Eli the Weather Guy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.